National Football League.
The sun is out. A great afternoon for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, a good one in the AFC East. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 14 yards. 14 on the pickup. First down, Miami.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Flush to his right. He runs with it. It's a big play there for Miami. 31 yards.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
On the jet sweep, here comes Atwell. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Intended for two.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Dolphins are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, New England.
Good for a Patriots.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Patriots first down.
That's another
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Chop Robinson, the man to bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Boutte. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They hook up again, second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down?
No chance at all. He'll go down. Willie Gay. He gets into drop-in. It's a loss of 8.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's May. This is taken in by Dobbs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd and long, here's Madden. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
His kick is good. And the Patriots will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Atwell sent in motion here. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Woo! Got room past the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with H.A. And he'll get this up to the 44. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Now, faking the give. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
And the Dolphins
14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those 2 things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Willis. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And we're back to South Florida after this. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the 10.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That's a quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Kayshawn Booty was the one he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Throwing is May. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Willis. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now, May. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. Once more, it's Henderson. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there of 20. 1st down, New England.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Patriots.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Here's May. Complete to Henderson. Down inside the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Good blocking, and he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
Make no mistake about it, he may get to glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats take a 10-3 lead.
Patriots 10, Dolphins 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one, and they'll start 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. To throw is Willis. Finds his tight end, Dulcich. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Man in motion here is Washington. On 2nd down, A-check. And he nearly got free. But as it is, a gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Willis. Got a man, and that's Tolbert. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Miami.
Yards. That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's to Atwell. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big-time play for the Dolphins. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're going to run, and it's the man from OK State, Ollie Gordon. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Willis to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Malik Willis, touchdown Dolphins. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You had all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Dolphins will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one, up top for Dobbs. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Willis. He'll step up and run this. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
The Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Here's HN. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Willis. He'll step up and run. The pass will stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal. To throw, here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
May to throw on second down. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Throw again is May. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Here's May again. Going up top. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. They'll go play action with May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Here's Bryce Behringer now as he's on to punt for New England. On the return, here's Washington. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead as we go up to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground, inside the 40, a gain of 8.
Down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. May gonna look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Zach Sealer in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And 7.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. A gain there of 15. First down, New England.
That's good.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering strikes.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Henderson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
Another Patriots first down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 2nd down, it's May. This one into the hands of Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw now, May. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Patriots. Patriots.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point now for Borregales. He gets it to go, and the Patriots make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Dolphins 13.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achan. He steers clear of first tackle and working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Throwing is Willis. He takes off. And he'll slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On 1st and 10, it's Achan. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Marcus Jones is there to make the stop.
Jones on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Man in motion here is Washington. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another
18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
17-yard line.
On the carry, it's Achan. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Man in motion, heading left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Harold Landry in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Willis. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Dolphins cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep, and not much materializes there. They'll get this to the 35.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and not going to be a lot of game.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Patriots.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he will score. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats are going to open up the lead to 8.
Patriots 24, Dolphins 16.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Now, faking the give. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Willis now to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Dulcich now brought in motion. Now Willis. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Open man, Malik Washington. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. May now on 1st and 10. And They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Here's May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play and a first down.
That's good.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Again, it's Henderson. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. The look in is big target, Henry over the middle. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And in motion is Brown. From out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
A gain of 6.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Kenneth Grant on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Madden. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made by Lonnie Johnson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
13 yards.
It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
First down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Drake May. Touchdown, Patriots. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
16.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Willis. Now he'll run. Crazy. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
He can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the
2 minutes
49-yard
remain
line.
in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Atwell. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
2 Atwell. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
They come up for 2nd and 2. Atwell sent in motion here. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Willis now to throw. This one complete to Washington. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Willis to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Now it's H.A. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Marcus Jones on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 11-yard line.
Atwell sent in motion here. Willis. Taking off.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's a big one. This third down. Slot man gonna move in motion left. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
That is caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from South Florida.